Hi, this is Zam here with the US Chartbreakers here at Zach's Traders Cafe for Friday, the 19th of April. Starting off with the S&P, which has had a dire April to date. Basically, the likelihood is that we'll have to fill that gap down towards 49.80, that one from the middle of February, and that may be an area that would-be bottom fishers are looking to get involved in this market. RSI still not down at the oversold 30 level, so that does suggest there is a bit of leeway down to 49.80. On the upside, the 50-day line of 51.10 currently the barrier on progress. Moving on to the Nasdaq, and here the Nasdaq 100 also escaping its post-October rising trend channel. Next level down there around 17,140, the old late January support, and obviously there's a chance of this market giving away all the gains of 2024 to date. On the upside again, the resistance, which was formerly support, 18,000 at the 50-day moving average. Moving along to the stocks, and not easy to find the big risers at the moment, obviously given the way that the market is. Starting off with Aileron, and here you can see that we're still within this rising, well, we were within this rising trend channel from October. Came out of that earlier in the week, and even though there's a bit of kicking and screaming and a temporary new high in a near-term high there, best that we can say now is that at least while we're above the low $4 area, so the $4.10, $4.20 area, which basically post-February support, we've got a chance of spiking up again towards the $7 zone, even though we've come out of that rising trend channel. Maybe if you're cautious, you wait for an end-of-day close back above the 50-day line, the blue line there, $5.40. Next up is another situation which hopefully will have some legs. Accurex Pharmaceuticals here bouncing off the floor of this falling trend channel there, $1.75 above that initial target there, the up to the 50-day line, and filling the gap down from March around $2.60, and then up to perhaps as high as $4.20 by the end of next month if everything goes well. New situation to look at now is Biopath Holdings, and here you can see that we've got the potential of having broken out of a falling wedge there. That's been in place since October, and really looking for the shares to clear that resistance line from October and head back to basically post late January resistance at just under $10 by the end of next month. If you are cautious, an end-of-day close back above the 50-day line of 580 might be something that works for you. On to one of the big rises of yesterday, Expion 360, and here rising out of, or rebounding out of a falling wedge, also a bear trap island reversal, so an island reversal gapping down and then gapping up. And that's quite encouraging in the sense that we're looking for the shares to return to, again, late January, early February resistance around $4.50. In this case, it could happen as soon as the end of this month. Moving on to another rebound scenario from Golden Matrix, maybe rather better than the companies we've looked at already. A nice hammer candle there in the middle of the month to get the shares rebounding, and since then we're looking for really basically two things. First is the first target here, which is a March resistance line projection from last year heading towards $4. Above that, looking for $5 by the end of next month, which is an early 2023 resistance line projection. The next stock is maybe worth checking out in the sense that we had a big gap higher at the beginning of the month, come back to test old resistance as new support around $2.14 above that. Looking for, rather simply, a retest of the $5 plus area, hopefully by the end of next month or even sooner than that. Owlet makes a return appearance, and here you'll see why. We've bounced off this, well, I suppose it is effectively a falling trend channel, the floor there around $3.20 above that. Initially looking to the 50-day line at $4.50, perhaps $5.10 by the end of next month. I was going to look at this following stock yesterday, but it managed to evade the situation. But here we have the Trump media effectively bouncing what's the bear trap from below the old July peak, so the old July peak around $26, above $26, and we are looking for the shares to head back up to the 50-day line, $43, maybe by the end of this month. Basically, it's been a decent 2-day revival for the shares, obviously after the rug was pulled above $70. But the key here, staying above the $26, $27 area. On to the last three, and the first one is coming up very soon, Virtra, and here you can see rising trend channel from November. We bounced on the rising 50-day moving average. We didn't actually manage to fill that gap, which is a positive. That leaves us looking for a retest of April resistance of $16.50, hopefully well before the end of this month. On to Virpax, and here, rising trend channel base in the making, the top of the channel there heading for $5.80, and you might see that over the next couple of weeks, maybe even by the end of this month. 50-day line already rising, so there is some momentum there. Finishing off with the stock which I covered yesterday, so that's good that it's reappeared today, gapping through the 50-day moving average for Zura, and above that 50-day line, $3.30, looking for $5 by the end of next month, or even sooner than that. That's it for me today. More updates over the weekend.